What's up, everybody? Hey, Smoochie. Afternoon to you, or evening, or morning, or whatever it is in your time zone. When some more people come in, Nut Slap. As people slowly work their way in. No Gemma today. She is doing shorts, but she's sick. She's a sicker. She's unhealthy. Well, she's feeling a little unwell. Whatever. She's not feeling the best. I'm a little gruffy still from the weekend, so bear with me. Ryan is here. What's going to happen is, hello, Roger. We're going to do spooky time now because I won't be here Wednesday night. I got a full day tomorrow. We're going down to Chillicothe, and I'm going to film around this bridge everybody talks about. My dad knew he grew up there and knew exactly where it was at. So we're going to go check it out, and he wants to go see if he can find his grandpa's farm. And then he has an 8 o'clock morning appointment Thursday at 8. So, well, I just said that. But as you can see, I'm still kind of So we're going to do spooky time today while Gemma takes a break. What's spooky time? Spooky time is what I do on Wednesday nights where I tell encounters and we just talk spooky stuff, or we just talk, but it's basically a same as chill and chat. But I've been telling some of my encounters, but the last 2 weeks, everybody's just been rambling. So, but that's what it is. I'm going to, when I bring Ryan in, I'll let him start. He's got some updates, and then we'll go from there. Sound like fun, folks? Thanks for coming in. And also, watch Gemma's shorts. Make sure you comment and like. The support is a big time right now, so please don't be afraid. If you can spare a little extra, we would appreciate it. Keep the channel going. She could definitely use it. So I hope everybody enjoys this afternoon. And here's Ryan. There he is. Now everybody can talk now.
How's it going, everybody?
Yeah, so that's the scoop. We got 7 watching. You
Nice.
have a good week so far?
It's been busy. It's been really, really busy. It's going to get busier, too. So,
yeah, you got a bunch. Make sure you come in the chats and stuff and drop the links for your interviews, too, so people can check them out.
Absolutely. I mean, that one with Paranormal Odyssey didn't happen yet. That's November 9th. So,
okay. Yeah, you said that one was later on in November. So, yeah, all cool there. But, yeah, make sure you drop those links.
For sure.
And I do have the twitches really bad.
Oh, no.
Hey, it's life. Then it goes on.
True.
Anyways, why don't you go ahead and start? And I'm sure people file in and have you repeat everything again about 5 times. So
they don't normally make me repeat it, though. They all pay attention pretty closely. So
yeah, they do.
I do have updates on the Skinwalker case I'm working on. Some disturbing details are coming up, though. So they did get a hold of me through email yesterday, and apparently whatever's on their property killed one of their pigs and then left a pig fetus right on their doorstep. So I'm not sure what they're trying to indicate by leaving a pig fetus on their doorstep. But
I take it the pig was pregnant, or
yeah. Yep.
Nut Slap, I don't think she's going this year. But if you guys can catch up and get her there, that would be awesome.
Oh,
and yeah, I was going to bring it up, Nut Slap, later toward the end of the show. But yeah, you know,
every time I see Nut Slap's name, I'm reminded of Jeff Jarrett.
Yes, that's who I think of too.
Yep, the Chosen.
The Chosen. Yes, pig fetuses matter. Yes, they do. But yeah, go ahead, keep going.
That's pretty gruesome, though, because I mean, it was a pregnant pig. They knew the sow was pregnant and everything, and they didn't really tell anybody about it. But yeah, something killed the pig and put the fetus right on their doorstep.
Wow!
So I'm not sure what kind of message is being sent there.
That's so messed up. Did anything else have gone on?
Yeah, one of the kids is actually one of the kids is actually hearing a voice call out to her during the night. So they're trying to figure out where this voice is coming from. So I told him, I was like, it sounds like you upset something pretty greatly. So we're going to have to look into this and figure it out.
And no doubt. Hey, Blue Crossroads. Excuse me. Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah, no, Smoochie, it's not a dog man. It's not a dog man at all. And this is like, these people are terrified. So
now,
it's not a dog man, this one.
Have these people done somebody wrong? Is this why this is happening?
I'm trying to figure that out. The best thing I can figure is they were telling me how their grandfather owned that ranch too. And he kind of took it in a shady way from some indigenous people. So I'm kind of wondering if that's kind of repercussions for what they did.
So these people are not indigenous.
No.
Okay,
no, they're Caucasian folks. They're Caucasian.
Okay. That explains.
Hello.
Hey, Mom, he's here.
I'm here.
Where's my daughter? I haven't talked to her today. Your daughter is sick.
Mom didn't know.
Not feeling the best, but she is doing some shorts. I think she's doing 1-card shorts. And that's about all she's probably going to accomplish today, bless her heart. She has been glad, so I feel for her. Hello, Jason Finch. But go ahead. Any more crazy stuff?
Yeah, that Bigfoot encounter I was telling you about. I'm meeting with the guy on Saturday. So really? He actually wants to tell me his. Yeah, he wants to tell me the full story face to face, but he has drawings of what he saw that night. So I'm super, super excited to see what he has.
Wow,
it's gonna be pretty exciting.
Drawings, that's good. That's good though.
Well, he was saying
I trust them better than pictures because when somebody draws something, a lot of times they're drawn from what they see in their head. So that
what's up, Jason? Good morning.
Yes, hello, and hello, Life with Bobby. Glad you can make it. I'm glad all you folks can make it. Thanks. Yeah, Mom, I don't think she's been talking to many people, but she was just feeling lousy. So
Bobby, it doesn't really work that way. When you're dealing with the Yinaradushi, you can't really make an offering like that. You have to seek out a medicine man, a shaman, to do some kind of blessing. And you got to figure out possibly the name of the Yinaradushi that's bothering the family, because that's the only way to take away the power. So leaving a offering or something might be taken the wrong way. So wouldn't be a good idea.
Question.
Yeah.
That is a good question.
It wouldn't be a good idea, though. It would not be a good idea, because, I mean, if this is like a generational curse, I don't think an offering will do much.
And then from what you were saying, this is kind of a generational thing, I think.
Yeah, I think it's one of those you did my people wrong, so I'm going to get rid of you kind of deals.
Or hound you until you leave.
Yeah, I think that's what the mission is to make these people vacate the premise, but that's their livelihood. That's their ranch. They have all the animals there, and that's what their family does. So I don't think they're going to want to.
What happened with Skinwalker Ranch? They bought that ranch, and they were hounded ever since.
Yeah,
things started happening. They cursed the land. And Edna, how you doing, dear?
Hey, Edna, how you doing?
It's not a good thing.
It's not something I'd want to be in. I mean, that's for sure. I don't want to be involved in something along those lines. No.
Oh, no doubt.
I got to be I'm the only investigator I think of that really doesn't want to see what he's looking for. I mean, that's kind of weird. You would think you study skinwalkers, you want to see one. I don't want to see one.
My problem is I want to see it. It's not that I got to see to believe. Mm-hmm. I got to see it because I want to see if it matches what my brain thinks it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
It's more, that's one of my biggest flaws is every time something weird happens around me or with friends during the day, I wasn't afraid to go chase it down and find it and see what it is.
Well, skinwalkers.
A lot of those pale crawlers that I've seen over the years, especially ones later on, all because I went looking, because I was curious. I had to see.
Fair enough. But with skinwalkers, though, you got to be careful, because if you see it, it might see you. And if you make eye contact, you're in a lot of trouble.
Oh, I know. And I know that story all too well because, things I see anyways on a daily basis. And, it's still picking up. It's it goes through a phase. But I've noticed since certain events are getting ready to happen, and they have kind of divided us. I see a lot more than I used to now. And, I hate going to the store and stuff. So I imagine, but that's the two things that I've always been curious to see is the Skinwalker and the Wendigo.
Mm-hmm.
But, the Wendigo to me, I don't know, you say they kind of look like Skinwalkers, and Skinwalkers kind of look like Wendigos, right?
Well, no, they don't look anything alike. No.
Now, well, I mean, I know most Skinwalkers wear the furs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then they can transfer. And I want to make sure I get this right, because there's a lot of people that don't get this right, and they become that animal.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Well, to me, a Wendigo, you say it's possessed. I see it changing form a little bit, but I see this is where I see the difference. I see a Wendigo looking like me, just possessed. But I think over time, that's when they start to decay and look
weird. Right. Yeah, I mean, the best Wendigo case ever is Swift Runner. If you look up pictures of Swift Runner, you can see what he looked like, and that's essentially the Wendigo right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't far enough along, I think.
Right. Let me get rid of that. Yeah, you don't want, and it's not good to deal with negative things. It's just I am so curious sometimes, and
but curiosity, man, it killed the cat.
But here's the thing. Hey Wendy.
Look at that. We mentioned a Wendigo, and Wendy shows up. That's a little weird, Miss Wendy.
Yeah, it is. Are you a Wendy walker? Actually, Ryan is. He just don't tell anybody.
Can't give away my secrets in public like that.
The eater of Cheetos and drinker of coffee.
Yep, that's what happened right now. Yeah, there you go. Wendy has.
Wendy go?
Yep, she has an email. Where'd Wendy go?
That's awesome. That is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
But this people now. Do you know how long this has been going on? Has it been going on through the generation, or did it just start?
He doesn't know. I talked to the husband, and he said that it's new to him, but he's not sure if it happened to anybody else in his family. He's trying to find out. And I told him, that'd be important to know, because maybe somebody did something that's more vital than you think.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Slow-Mo, I didn't see you sneak in there. Hello.
Slow.
How you doing over there across the big pond? Yeah, because I'm curious to see if anybody in their past who owned the places in the past after her grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it must be recent, right? Because it was their grandparents that had the land. So that means we're missing information for a generation.
That's the problem, though, because when somebody does something wrong, they're not going to readily admit it sometimes, So the grandfather could have done something really heinous, and he's not going to just open up and be like, yeah, it was me that did it. So there's going to be a problem.
Now, do you know if the grandfather owned the land, or did he take it from family too? From his family?
He owned it. He owned it. He actually owned it.
So he's the first owner of the property.
Yeah, I guess he did go about it in a very shady way. They won't tell me what that shady way was yet, but there's something not right. So I'm just trying to tell him, we really got to figure that out. Mm-hmm.
This could be really, you're going to have to be kind of careful.
Yeah, I'm going to have to really back
it up. You don't want to piss off.
Nope.
So have you gone out there yet, or are you going to go?
I'm going to go. I am going to go. I got a group of people that are going to go with me. So we're going to go and look around the property, see what we can find. I got William Nighthawk looking into it as well, since he's a Lakota and he's a shaman. Yeah.
Yes, I know he is.
He might be able to pick up
in a vibe. Talk a whole lot anymore, so
we got to get William on here. William knows so much stuff that
I want to wait when Gemma's got to meet this guy.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And Mom's got to see this guy. Mom will fall in love with him instantly.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she will. She'll adore William.
If you're still watching, you want to watch when we have him on, because he is just a delight anyways. And I love listening to him talk. That's a lot of the reason why I don't say nothing during their streams. Or, I need to start leaving comments, because it is important to leave comments, folks.
Yes.
But yeah, he's just amazing to listen to. I love listening.
Oh, he is. He's taught me so much, man. It's like, oh my goodness, I didn't know half this stuff before.
He's taught me a lot of stuff that I have,
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I was kind of going in direction of all my research was going in one direction because that was kind of my calling. So I still have a lot to learn, and I don't deny that. I'm an open book. I want to see what everybody says, even though I have definite opinions about definite things. But
it's funny you say that.
Have an open mind.
I just did a show on that. Me and Robert Prevo did a show. We did a panel where we were talking about how researchers just follow one trail and that's it, and they don't look into anything else, and how big of a mistake that is.
You got to look at all the details. Details.
Yeah, all the details.
There's always more to the picture than what you see.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a firm believer of that.
And Mom, you can meet William. I can send you his link.
Oh yes, no doubt. He's a super nice guy, Mom. He's something special, that's for sure.
Yeah. And
Wendy, I think you two would have a good conversation. Actually, Mom, you would really like this guy.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you'd love William, Mom. You'd adore him.
And then I also have the topic list.
Okay.
That we started.
You want to read that off and let the people decide, or?
What we're gonna do is I'm gonna get with Gemma.
Okay.
And what we'll do is when she comes on, unless we have a guest,
okay,
then that's what the topic will be. Then each week we'll do one of these topics, and the next topic would be the Flatwood Monster.
Okay, so that's the one you definitely want to cover then.
Yeah, well, I have the list that we made, and I had.
Well, did you want to read it off and let the folks decide?
Okay, so the next Tuesday, if we don't have a guest, this is what we're going to try to make the topics. First will be the Flatwood Monster, then the Hobsonville Goblins, then Sea Monsters, then Honey Island.
Yes.
Tawlk, Alaska, which is a very interesting place. Tawlk, Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's where it stops, and then I'll add more as we go.
Okay.
And like I said, that will be the topics if we don't have a guest.
All right. Sounds great to me. Wendy, what do you mean you've been in cases? Are you doing investigations now?
Really? Interesting. See, she's one I'd like to have on too.
Miss Wendy will talk your ear off. She will.
Her and Gemma, I can see them both. Her and Gemma just going down. We're just sitting in the background going,
mm-hmm. Yep.
That's funny.
Miss Wendy's a trip.
I can tell. We're all a little goofy. So.
Oh, I've known her for a good minute. I think at least 5 years now. Right, Miss Wendy? It's been 5 years.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's like a lot of the people in here I've known way before Gemma. From Steve Stockton and other channels.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I knew Miss Wendy way back when I was doing Venomous Fringe.
Say that again.
I knew Miss Wendy way back when I was doing the Venomous Fringe with my friend Chris Cyrus.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, Wendy, I almost moved to Alaska. I actually had a place picked outside of Nome, Alaska.
Ooh.
And I wanted to stay close enough to at least kind of a city because of my health, but because that was the deal if I go. But everybody talked me out of it. But I had a place picked out and everything. Well, it was either that or go to the Northern Territories of Canada.
Ooh,
and I have a friend that I was going to go with. He's already gone. Nice. I haven't heard from him for now 6 months. I did talk to him once when he was in a town. Says he's doing good, but for 6 months now, I'm just kind of like, I hope he's still okay. But I can't reach him. He's got to reach me.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Canada?
No.
No. What?
No. I've been pretty much to Colorado, Japan, and then the States, and then of course I drive to Colorado. I'm not a big flyer. I mean, I fly if I have to, but if I can drive it, I'm going to drive it.
Yeah.
And And other than those states, going to Colorado and back, I've been to all the surrounding states, Ohio.
Oh man, you got to get to Canada at some point.
Well, back in the day, before we had camcorders and telephones, and that's what we did. I went literally everywhere that we could figure out to go and look for stuff.
As you do.
And that was my ghost. There was a reason why I quit ghost hunting, was because I was watching these people who actually video record with, the old 8mm. So we had an 8mm camera. One guy had a Super 8. Then we had the camcorders. That was pretty much when I stopped. But we always used during the VCR days, we'd take an old TV, and run a generator. The place didn't have power. We'd hook the TV up. Those old tube TVs had some, weird receptions.
Oh yeah.
We'd hook the TV up, put the generator outside and plug it in, and we'd let it run because we didn't hook up an antenna. So it'd just everything would be all static. Sometimes you'd get a channel without an antenna, which is weird in the first place. But with those old TVs, we'd run our VCR and just let it play. And these guys this one guy's got all his tape. I'm trying to get a hold of him to see if he has the tapes, because I haven't talked to him for, almost a decade.
Wow.
And he's got a lot of those tapes. And man, some of the stuff that we caught, it was like watching White Noise. Have you ever seen that movie, White Noise?
Oh, yeah.
So people were doing that before that even. That's why they did that movie, because they knew people were doing that stuff.
Yeah.
But they were calling people out, trying to find people. We were just letting it play like in an empty house and stuff.
Right.
Man, some of the stuff that we caught would put chills down your back. You would hear people talking, conversations. It was just creepy. So I'm trying to see if I can get those tapes, at least the good ones, and digitize them and play them. Because, that's the only evidence. And some tapes that one guy's got. I used to have tapes, but mine got destroyed in a flood when we were living in New Rome.
Right.
I had a box of tapes of, we used to take the old tape players with the hand mic. You remember the big bold box cassette player tapes?
Right.
And we used to do, EVPs, and some of the stuff that we caught was just messed up.
Is that why you quit?
Yeah, because I got tired of watching these things friends being followed home. I never got followed home, but they did. Okay. And you're seeing it now. If you watch a lot of these ghost hunter shows, these people are complaining because now they're bringing stuff home with them. Oh, I protect myself. Oh, I pray. Man, don't always work. If that thing is strong enough to follow you out of that house, it's going to follow you out of that house.
Yep.
And you guys are calling out things that you think you're talking to a certain subject, when in actuality, you're not talking to, you think you're talking to.
No. You got to be really careful. You really have to know what you're doing, how to prevent certain things from happening.
Yes.
So
my dream trip is getting an RV. And I want an RV too, really bad.
That would be nice. That would be awesome, man.
Yeah, Alaska is beautiful. It's gorgeous. But it's a hard life. I mean, no doubt, it's a hard life unless you live in one of the cities.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Slow-Mo. Don't ever have a welcome mat at your door. I keep telling my friends this, and they think I'm crazy.
It cracks me up when you see people open the door when they, something's knocking. And I always say, even if you open the door and let it in, and it knocks still on the outside, it's on the inside. It's just messing with you because you let it in when you open that door. As soon as you open that screen door, you're allowing it to come in. I always freak out when I see those videos. Why are you opening the door?
There you go.
Why?
Well, to add some levity, though. So, like, if a vampire shows up with a warrant to go into your house, does he still need to be invited in or what?
I believe, according to Laura, it has to be invited in.
But hold on. He's got a warrant, though. If he's got a warrant, I mean, that's
you're saying like if a cop was a vampire and had a warrant. Ooh, that's interesting.
Makes you wonder, huh? Do you still need to invite him?
I don't know, because you can also decline that, and they can have to, force their way in. I don't know if that would work because he was not invited.
True.
I always took it as the person has to invite them in. Now, if the guy says, I got a warrant, and he says, come in, I guess you got to come in. Then you're invited.
Yep. Yep.
But if they come in by force with a warrant, that's interesting, because my guess would be no. There would be a problem there.
Well, maybe
You wouldn't
not.
be able to walk through the threshold.
No, I mean, he was given
that's
permission.
Interesting. That's one we have to bring up with Gemma.
Yeah, he was given permission in a way, because I mean, a warrant, that's definitely permission to enter.
That's the government giving them permission to do that. That's not. It's your house.
It's still permission, though.
I don't know. Kind of a touchy, interesting subject. Now we need Gemma here to see what she called. We need that third tiebreaker.
Yeah,
that tiebreaker, because I don't see it happening, because the person still has to allow them into their home.
Well, it's possible. I mean, it's a funny thought, though.
Yeah, it is, and it's got me now. My brain's going 1,000 miles a minute.
Mission accomplished.
I went to an antique store Sunday, and there was so much energy in there. I got so sick. I had to walk out. Honey, I've had that happen too.
Yeah.
That's because there's probably things in that store that is carrying something. They attach to things,
Oh, yeah.
Especially something they had cherished or held as a great possession. They're attached themselves to it.
Oh, yeah. That's why you never buy stuff from there, man.
And if you really get blessed, or you find a way to make sure it doesn't have something with it, you can do that.
Yep.
There are things you can do to make sure once you get it home that it's safe to have. Because they're not going to let you do that in the store.
Well, you'd be surprised. I mean, some people are really open to it.
They want to make the sale. Let me bless this before I take it out of here.
Yeah, some people are very open to that. That's the great thing about nowadays, is people are very open to the paranormal and the cryptids and the extraterrestrials and all that cool, zany, weird stuff.
I don't like the terminology we use now. AEPs and why the change?
I think it's just to make people sound smarter. To be honest with you,
I do too.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that we need to feel bigger about this, so let's change the term.
Yes, I agree.
Yep. So, but no,
I've had that happen. Edna's had that happen.
I did a show with Kenny Thibodeau on Saturday too. We talked about the Ulanga Dogala, the Cherokee spirit. So that'll be an interesting show. I'll leave the link for that.
Yes, please do. Yeah, Mom, I've gone into places like that. Actually, I went into a comics book store that dealt with a lot of old toys and comics. I mean, like vintage stuff. And I'd leave. I mean, it was just that air in there was so thick. And the only thing I could think of was there was a toy or something in there that somebody cherished very dearly, and it just attached themselves. And they weren't happy that it wasn't where it was supposed to be, because that's a lot of the case.
Yeah.
It wants to go back where it belongs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're selling somebody else's stuff. I'm pretty sure the spirit's like, hey, that's mine. You have no right to sell that.
But yeah, I had to leave. So I know that feeling, Mom. Yeah, I know that well. That's never happened to me before, Wendy. I don't like it. That's very strange. I'm not sure what I would think either. Oh, I thought you said you've had that. Well, Mom, I've had that. Okay. So now I'm just kidding. I'm trying to keep up with chat.
I got to know, Ghost, are you picking up the new Batman comic that's coming out on the 10th? The Full Moon graphic novel?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's Batman versus a werewolf, man. You can't get any cooler than that.
Did you see the 75th anniversary comic book they did for Godzilla?
I did. Yes.
Yeah, I got to get that too. That's what I'm trying to do now, is get all my back issues of Godzilla books that I didn't have, because I focused on a lot of my Batmans that I had to sell and stuff. So
you want some good Godzilla comics to read, dude? Get the ones from IDW.
Yes, they're the best. Oh, I have a couple of those.
Those are really good.
I had to sell my Judge Dredd Batmans because I had all those. And I had to sell my Batman and Spawns. Oh,
that breaks my heart.
Yeah, so I'm working on getting those back, because those, I like crossovers. When they're done right, especially when Batman does it, because they always team him up with somebody that's totally screwed up.
Yeah.
The Batman Predator ones are awesome too.
Oh, those are great, dude. I love Batman versus Predator.
There was a mirror on the wall, but when I looked at it, it didn't look at me. When I looked at it, it didn't look like me. Yeah, I've seen mirrors like that too. Well, Mom, you had that mirror in that house that you left. That was just creepy. Even when I slept downstairs by myself, I didn't say nothing. That mirror kind of creeped me out, but I never felt to the point that I should like sleep in another room. But it did have a vibe to it.
Yeah, Bobby, you're right. They do Doctor Who comics as well. Yep.
Yes.
They sure do.
Yeah, NDEs tend to do that to you, Edna. Every time I've had one, things change. You know, that last one changed a lot of things for me. And I don't know, it does something to you. Have you ever seen the movie, the one with Kevin Bacon? What's the name?
Stir of Echoes?
Yes. Where he gets hypnotized and it triggers something. It's kind of like that same experience with an NDE. Something triggers something in your head when you're somewhere else. Well, that movie's a great movie. People don't give it enough credit. But
that was a great movie. That was a great movie.
Yes. You know, it's like that movie Mirrors with Keith Sutherland about that hotel that had all the mirrors.
Yes.
You know, mirrors are a screwed up thing anyways.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to be careful with mirrors, man.
Yes, you do. I kind of have this bring it on attitude because, yeah, you do get that bring it on attitude. I did after my last one. Like I said, things changed. I wasn't scared before, but now I'm not as scared. But I've now seen things that I'll eventually start talking about because there's a couple things. You know, I still see this Hat Man. I saw him once at Kroger's with the cashier, but the cashier looked fine. I don't know why he was standing behind her. In fact, I still see her, but now he's not behind her anymore. But I have seen him again in a gas station, standing in the corner of a gas station. So I don't know if he's following me or I'm just catching. I don't think it's the same one. Do you understand?
Yeah, I got you.
But I think there's a communication between them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird because ever since I was, that happened the first time, that is one of the things that does bug me and scare me is this Hat Man. Now, the demon thing, I've actually had dreams about the demon encounter I've had where an angel, my lady in the light, is literally fighting this thing for my soul.
Oh.
And that's kind of messed up. And I'll probably talk about that one spooky night because I've had a couple more dreams. Hey, Long Island, what's up? I've always careful about bringing new, mirrors, anything old, period. Especially old mirrors. But see, the thing is, I don't think people get why in the day they used to cover mirrors during funerals. And that was to keep the soul from getting trapped inside the mirror.
Yeah.
My grandparents still did it to the day they gone. They would cover every time somebody passed. They would go around and cover all the mirrors with a black sheet.
That's what you should do too.
Yeah, I totally agree. Great. I have an old 3-sided mirror on my dressing table. Jeez.
I know you. Oh, and Miss Wendy. Hang on, real quick, Miss Wendy. That Dogman movie. It's not what you think. I'll tell you that.
Which movie is that?
There's one on Tubi she's talking about, and I know exactly which one it is. And they use the name Dogman, but it's not really the Dogman cryptid per se. It's just kind of a word play. If you watch the movie, you'll see what I mean. I don't want to give spoilers, but it's ultimately disappointing.
I watched a movie on Tubi the other day, that Anunnaki, that kind of document. It was all right. Yeah,
it was okay.
It was okay. Yeah, and I'm big into that stuff, but yeah, because talking
about
ancient history, and I see him.
Yep, hey, buddy.
You wouldn't see him if it wasn't for the markings on his face.
Yeah, his little eyebrows.
Yeah, and his white on his gray. He's probably getting white like my dog now.
Yep, he is. He's making himself at home though. Hey, buddy.
I see him.
dude? What are you doing? What are you doing? You saying hi?
Dogs. If I let mine in here, he'd go nuts. Trying to figure out who's talking. My landlord told me she got that mirror from a burnt down church, which is really weird. Because that mirror gives really weird vibes.
I bet.
Weird vibes. So you wonder what was going on in that church and why did it burn down?
You may not want to know.
I was thinking the same thing. I heard
you may learn things that you can't unlearn.
Mirror. Yes, that's why you have that show, Black Mirror.
Yes,
your screen is a mirror.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, it mirrors life.
Yeah, true.
There's an energy that comes through there when they transmit. Have you ever? I want to bring this up. This can go with spooky talk too. Have you ever noticed these cursed toys or toys that people buy brand new? They take them home and then have weird stuff happen to them.
Oh yeah, I hear about that all the time.
No, I got to thinking. This is just a theory. What if these toys companies have employees that are into dark magic, and they just randomly select a toy and curse it or put an entity into it? Think about that.
That'd be messed up.
But not impossible.
No, not impossible at all, but it'd be messed up. It'd be some screwball stuff to do.
I've seen a lot of videos where people bring these brand new toy home and then weird stuff starts to happen. Man. Well, maybe there was something in the house and it just attached itself to that new toy. But my guess is you brought that thing in with the toy. So where is it coming from? In the store? Somebody going around in the store going, I'm picking up this toy and I'm going to curse this particular toy? Or I wouldn't say curse it, but, put an attachment to it. Oh, I know. What? They're having a good conversation, aren't they?
Yeah, they're often talking, man.
Well, Wendy's in the room. He says she's a gabber.
Bobby, oh, yeah, I told you. I can actually hear that in Miss Wendy's southern drawl.
Does she have a southern drawl?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's funny. You could say that about anything. Surgeon Dr. Bakery. Yes, you can, actually. 10 Pokemon try to bomb Z. Ha. There was a toy that I had, a Big Jim. I don't know if people remember Big Jim toys. It was pretty long ago. And it came with a backpack that you pulled. You put the backpack on him, and it's just a box that has a pull string, and he would talk like Woody.
Oh, okay.
He came up with this whole camping set and stuff. I owned one with the camping set, and I used to play with him with my G.I. Joes in the day. Because you remember the big G.I. Joes, the real G.I. Joes.
Yeah, the real ones, not the Mattel Hasbro.
Let's give you an inch toy. But I was playing with him one day outside in the back. I was probably 8 years old. And I was getting to the point where I wasn't playing with him much. You're starting to outgrow that stuff, and you get picked up. So I figured I'd play with him one more time, and then I'd pack him up and put him away. I'm out there playing with it. And I got Big Jim sitting on this log, and I'm playing with G.I. Joe, and all of a sudden he starts talking. And I'm like, it's the same thing that's not recording. Like, and the recording say, "Hi, I'm Big Jim. I'm going to help you light this fire. Rescue, and stuff like that." But this said hello. And then it said, "Are you having a good day?"
Whoa.
And I stopped. I look at the back of the house has a big picture window, and I can see my mom in the kitchen because there's a window in over the sink. I look up and I see her look up at me, and she's like, I guess I have a face of terror. So she comes outside, and I go, "That guy just talked to me." And you got to remember, I'm only a couple houses away from the cemetery. And she goes, "No, he didn't," because she never believed me, but I think she did in a lot of ways. So she goes back in the house. And when she went back in the house, it goes, "Gosh, that was close."
Whoa.
I tore that backpack off of that thing, and I threw it in a trash can, and I never saw it since.
Man, that's spooky.
Yeah, it is going way back. We're talking early 70s.
Yeah, Edna, he was going to tell the story of how he was chiseling the first wheel out of stone while he was playing with that toy.
And then Wheel said, hey, give me a break.
Yeah.
Oh, bad joke for a ghost. So, anything expensive going on? And you notice I said expensive.
Not
traveling wise. Do you do most of your stuff right there?
Yeah, I'm in the ideal location, man. I mean, I'm in Sierra Vista, so I got Phoenix and Tucson and Bisbee and all these places that are just they're somewhat close by, a couple hours away.
Right. Hey, do you ever watch it, Mr. BBB 333?
No.
He's from Phoenix.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, he calls himself a Skywatcher.
Oh yeah, okay.
Check his channel out. He's got some good stuff. You would like his stuff. Plus, right now he's showing some really good stuff. But he was showing last night. You can see the comment now that's out there. About a half hour after the sun goes down. Look to where the sun went down. Man, that tail is huge, and you should be able to see the comment. And you're in a perfect spot. Make sure you take pictures because it is so cool. I literally have to leave this area to go see. I either have to go down to Graceland or up north. I mean, even if there was people, standing in a neighborhood down the street, and you could see it clear as day. That's how bright this sucker is.
I will definitely check it out.
A half hour after sunset, and it should last until about the 20th.
Okay, yeah, I'll check that out for sure. For sure.
Also, there are some great, fantastic pictures of the recent solar storm and the northern lights. The southern lights, what we call the southern lights, those are the ones that come out of Antarctica. You don't see those too much because the only people in like southern tip of South America, Australia, they don't get as bright as the one the northerns do.
Right.
But I guess the solar storm that hit us was so strong that even those people were seeing them from the south light, the southern lights.
Very nice.
But the northern lights, I mean, there were people catching them all the way down to Louisiana and stuff. So it was a big one. But the pictures that are coming, I tried to take pictures because we literally were getting, it would like turn blue, then you could see the green, the reds. But because of the light pollution here, you couldn't see the way I call them the waves.
Yeah, the way
the color of the sky was changing. So it was like a solid color. But when you tried to take pictures of it where I was at, it wouldn't come out. I was so pissed.
Yeah, that's a shame, man.
Yeah. My friend bought a Tiki Man carved thing back from one of the islands. Oh man, those things, you got to watch those things too.
Oh yeah, you got to be careful with those,
especially ones from the islands. I have a friend that brought one home from the Philippines. Actually, it was a tiki cup that was hand carved. Dude, he had to burn it. He said that ever since he brought it home, he had weird stuff going on, door slamming. He would hear voices, but he said they were speaking Filipino.
Whoa.
And he said, at first I didn't understand what they were saying. Then I realized this is Filipino. This is from the Philippines, And he was like, and it took him a little bit. Then he linked it that every time it only happened when he was drinking out of the cup.
That's interesting.
Said, if I didn't drink out of it, but if I left it out, if I left it out on the counter or I had it on it. He said he had it on a shelf for a while. It would move positions. He said a couple times he'd find it where the face would be turned around facing the wall. And then he'd find it up against the wall. He said it was freaking him out. And he goes, I just burned it. I go, well, you probably should have done something to it before you burned it.
Yeah. You don't know what you're setting
free.
Might have
unleashed something that probably shouldn't have been unleashed.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I bet you are up in Ireland there, slow motion. I bet you got some really nice ones because that's perfect. That's a good area to see it. Anything probably north of that northern latitude, and the one that goes around Canada is probably the way you see the best ones, and then you work your way down.
Take care, Miss Wendy. I'll talk to you soon.
Good night. Have a good night. So I've been so used to doing nights. Have a good one, Wendy. Take care of yourself. Yep, we'll be here Friday.
I heard that in her voice too. Y'all have a good one now. Bye.
Good one. Oh, that's funny. Poor Wendy. Those Southern people.
Yep.
I got a bunch of them. And I didn't realize till I was about 12 that even Ohioans have our own little slang.
Yeah.
Our own little talk. And I'm like,
you do.
Oh my gosh. Somebody says, you talk funny. You from Ohio? And I'm like, yeah. Because Ohioans have a problem pronouncing R's a lot of times.
That's kind of funny.
It is. Especially when you're in Japan and somebody says, you don't speak like American. Where are you from? I'm from Ohio, America.
I'm American, but just from Ohio.
That's weird. I'm just catching up with chat. Yeah, I'd say over the last 2 weeks, I have seen some stuff that I don't want to see.
Uh-oh.
And as we get closer to the elections,
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it that way, and I don't want to get political. I mean, it's obvious they've divided us, and it's like everywhere you go, people you knew that got along are not getting along because of things, and it's like, come on. And I don't think people realize this separation of us is opening the veil. It's not just thinning in it, it's lifting that veil. This a negative, you're wrong, I'm right, you're wrong deal is just making this thing proceed even faster.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, dude.
And I'm seeing people now and hear from people that never have experienced anything in their lives are now starting to realize it's why that over the last couple of years, I honestly believe over the last couple of years, why the paranormal community has gotten so big.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel that that's also why the paranormal community has gotten divided, and why we argue amongst each other is because nobody's looking at the whole picture.
No.
Yeah, I know we all have our own opinions and our views and the way we see things, and from our own research have learned and come to our own opinions. But some of these people are so diehard set on their ways and what they believe, and it's causing friction. They got to open up. Mm-hmm. I was in a chat room 2 nights ago. I believe it was horrible. I mean, they were literally just arguing with each other. And
that's how it's been. It's been that way for a long time now. It's getting really bad.
Oh, man. It's like, why?
Slow motion, I agree. It sounds like Ghostbusters 2. We're just waiting for Vigo to show up.
Yeah, isn't it true?
Be sure to tell them about the Twinkie. What about the Twinkie?
I can tell you a lot of things about Twinkies. My dad worked for Hostess. He was a mechanic. I was weaned on Twinkies.
Hey, Mom, I will definitely send you William's link after the show. That way you can get a hold of him.
Yes.
He's a super nice guy. He will talk to you anytime. So
you have a good day, Mom. I'll talk to you soon. I guess I'm due for a phone call, so you behave.
Have a good day,
Mom. Much love to you. Send Damien my love, too. I'm glad he had a good birthday. It was nice.
My birthday's 10 days away, man. I'm going to be old in 10 more days.
Away. How old is that?
I don't want to say because I'm old, so.
You don't know what old is.
Oh, I know what old is. Hush. I'm getting there. I'm starting to get the gray. There's grays in there.
Mom, have a wonderful one. It was good to see you, hon. Yell at Gemma for me. Tell her to get better. I'll apologize later. She's probably watching too.
That's messed up.
Huh?
You're going to have Mom do your job?
No. I'll probably talk to her afterwards.
You better.
I will. I'll call and check on her. Yeah, slow motion. That's right. Your birthday is Halloween. What is Halloween? Oh, I've got to remember that's a Wednesday. Well, actually, Halloween's Eve is Wednesday night on 30th. So I don't know if Gemma will do a stream Thursday or not. But you got Friday Oracles coming, so I'm sure we'll do something for that.
Okay.
But Wednesday night, I'm supposed to do spooky time. Maybe I'll start early that night. If you want to join me, you're more than welcome to. On the 30th, we'll have a big Halloween. Let's get spooky.
Okay.
Let's try to find some stories. I got a few stories that are actually pretty gruesome that I've been restraining from telling, because this one story was told to me by a actual doctor that worked at a mental hospital. And it's not a good story, and I believe it made him retire, if I remember right. And it messed with him big time.
I'm looking forward to hearing that one then.
Yeah, so yeah. I am seventh son of the seventh son. Are you really? Oh, seriously, are you really? You know, when I saw that movie, I had to look into that lore. And you know what the movie is that? You know what movie that is, Ryan?
Yeah.
And it turns out that my dad, if he wouldn't have had sisters, he would have been the seventh son.
Whoa. Nifty.
But he has sisters in between, and it's got to be a family. In order for it to be a true seventh son, it has to be 7 boys.
Yep. All in a row.
Yep. Really? Are you serious? That's wild. So there's 7 boys in that family of yours? Holy crap, that poor parents. Now, actually, if it had been 7 daughters, I would have been more feeling for them, because just having 2 daughters was, my son was nothing compared to the girls. He didn't become a problem until later on. And even then, he was a good kid. My girls, man, girls hold a grudge forever.
Yes.
Forever.
Yeah.
I just got a book called Strange Men. Oh, actually, I'm going to just sit down and write a list and put them in with Gemma's books or one day bring them in. I have a few books.
Okay.
They're stashed away. They're all about cryptids and tales of towns that you just don't hear about.
No.
Actually, there's a guy on YouTube here. It's what is his name? Beyond. He's one of my favorite because he doesn't do anything special. He's kind of like Gemma. He just tells stories, encounters. Oh gosh, I want to make sure I get his name right because he's great. Where are you? But he uses some of the same stuff, research material I used in the day. And he gets, and he's also gotten updates. You know, in other words, he's gone back and bought the second, third issues of more recent stuff.
Right.
And I got to make sure I get his name. I put his link in here, I think, once before. I want to make sure. Where are you? Now, he better not have been removed from. Now, Beyond Creepy. His name is Beyond Creepy. He does a lot of UFO stuff, too. Some of the stories he pulls out of MUFON files and stuff are just insane.
If you want a really good Bigfoot channel, check out Bob Gimlin, dude. That guy's so good. Bobby G. He's so good at what he does.
Really? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Beyond Creepy does everything from all the paranormal, from UFOs, but a lot of his stuff is kind of extraterrestrial based stuff. But he slides in there like he did. I thought it was kind of weird. He just a couple of weeks ago he was talking about the insectoids.
Oh yeah,
things, and then Gemma turned around and did one Monday. I'm like, that's kind of coincidence. And a lot of people are afraid of those things. I don't blame them. I mean, would you do if you saw this giant man standing in front of you talking to you?
I wouldn't be there very long.
No doubt. That's like the spiders that I see. My little spider creatures. I mean, spiders don't scare me, but they're just so creepy.
To hell with spiders, man.
And yeah, and then I don't know if I talked about the one I saw that looked like a cross between a spider and a scorpion.
Oh, yeah, I think you did bring that up at one point in time.
Yeah, it was pretty creepy. That one was really creepy because it looked like a spider, but it had like a smoked tail on it that was come to a point. It was just creepy. And it kind of like had a human face that it wasn't like a bug face. It was more shaped like what a human would be, though I couldn't see much detail on it.
That's terrifying, man. You have a good day.
Well, I'm off to oh, that's right. Have fun. And yep, I think we're done for the day. It's an hour's up.
All right. All right.
If you want to go ahead and go, Ryan, I'll say goodbye. Say your goodbyes, whatever. That's up to you.
All right. I'll see everybody next time.
Wait, I got to say something before you leave. Eris, I didn't know. How are you, miss? All these years, I thought this was a man. And she never said anything. I hope you're having a good day.
Well, hi and bye, Eris. I'm out. So
she's laughing at me now. Have a good one, Ryan. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, everybody. You have a great.
Yell at me too. If you don't hear from me for a while, yell. Okay.
Okay.
Have a good.
Got it, man. Everybody have a great one. I'll see you next
time. So make sure you watch Gemma's shorts and leave a comment. She is doing shorts today, but she was sick. She wasn't feeling the best. She was having a couple days. I won't be here again, like I said, tomorrow night. I got 24 hours. We will be here. I don't know if Pixie is streaming Thursday night yet, so we'll have to wait and see. Me and Gemma will be here Friday at 7:15 for her oracles. Please come. We would love to see you. You can come to all these. And then I should be here Saturday night if everything goes as planned. And I want everybody to have a wonderful rest of the day. Make sure you leave a comment, leave a like. If you're not subscribed, please do so. And just have a wonderful day. And I shall see you guys all on the flip side, one way or the other. Take care and have a wonderful day.